Before your thumb hovers over their name again, before the ache convinces you this is fate, before loneliness dresses itself as long in pause. Not to recede, not to prove strength, just to breathe. This isn't a warning. It's a whisper of clarity, a soft reminder from the part of you that still knows truth even when your heart trembles. 1. You're not missing them. You're missing the version of yourself you were when you loved them. When heartbreak hits, we confuse the person with the feeling. You're not longing for them. You're longing for the warmth, the safety, the certainty you felt in the early days. Before the confusion, before the distance, before the slow unraveling. Memory edits the story. Your mind keeps the highlight reel. Your body remembers the ending. And the ending was not an accident. It was information. 2. If they were truly the answer, you wouldn't be here debating the question. Love that is meant to stay doesn't require fingers trembling over a send button. It doesn't leave you wondering if you're too much or not enough. It doesn't force you to chase clarity that should have been freely offered. If they were right for you, you wouldn't be asking the universe for a sign. The relationship itself would have been the sign. Some chapters end, not because the story failed, but because you grew past the place where they stopped turning the page. 3. You're not weak for wanting to text them. You're human. Attachment is not foolish. It's ancient, wired into you long before language, long before logic. Even the Stoics felt heartbreak, but they didn't shame themselves for it. They simply learned this. Yearning is natural. Returning is optional. It's okay to crave what once soothed you, but cravings aren't commands. They're signals. They tell you where the wound still lives, not where you need to go. 4. Ask yourself the question you've been avoiding. What part of me wants to text them? Is it loneliness? Is it fear of starting over? Is it nostalgia for who you were? Is it the hope that maybe this time they'll be different, or you'll be easier to love? Honesty doesn't hurt, it frees. Often, when we want our ex back, it's not because the relationship was healthy. It's because the emptiness feels heavy and their absence feels sharper than their presence ever did. But emptiness is not a sign to go backward. It's a space being cleared for something truer to enter. 5. Closure will never come from the person who broke the peace inside you. You think texting them will soothe the ache. You think hearing their voice will settle what's unsettled. But you already know the truth. If they could give you peace, you wouldn't have lost it. If they could give you clarity, you wouldn't still be searching. Closure doesn't come from conversation. It comes from acceptance. It comes from remembering who you became when you tried to hold a relationship that kept slipping through your hands. Sometimes you don't need answers. You just need distance. 6. One message can reopen a wound you worked months to heal. Healing grows quietly. In nights you cried yourself empty. In mornings you forced yourself to rise. In days you didn't think about them until you realized you hadn't thought about them. It grows in silence, in absence, in the slow return of your self-respect. One message can undo that. Not because you're weak, but because healing is fragile until you fully stand in it. Don't trade your progress for a moment of comfort that never lasts. 7. The love you want is not behind you. It's ahead, in a future version of your life where you no longer negotiate for affection, where you no longer shrink for approval, where you no longer chase someone who only knew how to meet you halfway. The relationship you dream of will not require you to resurrect the past to feel whole. Your ex is a chapter you already read to completion. The lesson remains. The story moves on. Let texting them be a thought, not an action. A whisper, not a decision. And when you put your phone down and breathe, you'll feel it. You're not losing anything. You're protecting everything you're becoming.